Good morning and welcome to Act Locally Live. This is the very first episode of the new installment for Act Locally Waco, in which we are going to be delivering your news every single morning, 7:30, bright and early. Hello, how are you doing? I'm Elizabeth Riley. I am here with Act Locally Waco, and I know that you're probably like, I don't know anything about this girl. I'm not going to take news from a random stranger. You know, that's like believing everything you see on the internet. Probably not something smart to do. So, I'm going to use today's time to introduce myself to you, how I got here, what I'm doing here, how I'm going to be helping you, and how you can help me. Like I said, my name is Elizabeth Riley. I am 22 years old. I honestly had to think about that for a second. I almost said I was 21. No, I'm turning 23 in a few months. I am the youngest of three. I have two older brothers who are 10 years older than me. They were definitive in forming my humor, my personality, quite literally everything about me. My interests all belong to them first, and they can proudly claim that. They recently added two sister-in-laws to the family, which I'm very excited about. I've never had sisters, and that's a new thing for me. I'm also the youngest and the only girl of 7 grandkids, so I'm talking like no girls around me ever. Talk about hellscape, all right? It was weird. But growing up, if I wasn't with my family, I really didn't have a community outside of that. We spent a lot of our times traveling for sports. So, oldest brother played football. We were always traveling for those games. Middle brother played baseball. We were driving 4+ hours every single weekend to catch up and, watch them play. But I used to say that I spent most of my life in the car, not in my own home. But now that I'm making Waco my own home, I am trying to establish community. I just recently graduated from Baylor in May, and I found some fantastic community within the institution of the university. And so now that they have all graduated and left and flown on to their new professional educational adventures, I am here to dive deep into who is here, who I can meet, who I can chat up. I am definitely the type of person who has never met a stranger. I think I get that from my dad. We just sit down and we'll immediately just start yapping. What's your name? Where are you from? I will know everything about your life in 5 minutes. I think I like to claim that I'm a fantastic listener. So this is a little awkward. I have to be a good talker now. But I typically listen a lot better than I talk, which is weird because I'm a writer. Hey, what? Um, that's actually what I studied at Baylor. I came in studying psychology and was planning on going neuroscience, but realized that I was in it simply to help myself. And I was like, no, this is not how we're going to do that. So switched over to English literature after a pretty life-changing American Lit class with Dr. Jonathan Reynolds, who is actually the grandchild of Joy Reynolds, the bear at Baylor, Sikkim. Pretty cool. She's got her rose gardens in front of Pat Neff. Really cool. I think it's the Baylor, what do they call it? Lineage, the family tree that flows through there is absolutely insane. None of my family went through Baylor. A lot of people ask how I discovered it. It was really random. It was honestly the only school that I applied to for college. But my aunt is from Round Rock area, so we were always passing by when driving from Tennessee to Texas. And it was just there. And I was like, hey, let's stop and tour. And then there were just little synchronicities that lined up within the universe that were all pointing me, come to Waco, come to Baylor. And I started studying English literature, professional writing, and rhetoric. And I took a workplace writing class that really got me involved in the community. We had a civic project in which we were to go out and help any local business, and we were doing all these different writings for them. And that genuinely shaped the way that I saw my education from then forth. I realized that there is a lot of animosity between the Baylor bubble and Greater Waco. They just don't see eye to eye, which is understandable. There is a huge history in Waco that Baylor students do not understand, being that they are transplants. So after kind of discovering the animosity between these two, I really took it upon myself to learn everything that I could about Waco and then dive into the communities that were here. So after that, I was in an internship class and I interned with Act Locally Waco. I really started discovering what there was to do around here. And I dove in headfirst with the writing and ways to get people involved while also getting myself involved. So I really appreciated that amount of time. And yeah, I finally graduated. Whoop, whoop. 2 degrees, English Lit, professional writing. I didn't grow up in a literary world. I was not a huge reader up until maybe middle school. That's when all of the hard hitting John Green books, The Maze Runner, Divergent, all those amazing series, Hunger Games. When the YA world started blowing up is when I started getting into reading. And since then, it's grown. I have far too many books. Moving to Waco permanently was a hassle. Hey, don't read. That's a joke. Hey, that's a joke. Please read. I am here to always promote literacy practices, but also be wary of the number of books that you have because they're heavy. They get really heavy really fast. And I still don't have a bookshelf in my new place, so there's just stacks on my floor. It's great. However, don't ever ask me about any book I've ever read because I will not remember the plot. I will recommend 10 books over to you if you have a vibe that you love, if you have a genre that you're interested in, but I won't be able to tell you a single thing about the text. Don't remember it in one ear out the other, but it's there. The essence of it sticks around, okay? I'm also a huge annotator, which I think is why the essence of it sticks around. I will read a book and I am underlining, I am writing my thoughts out in the margins. I will just, curse characters out. I'll put my thoughts in the front cover, back cover, wherever I can, but I also do not remember any of it. Oops. Anywho, because I am a huge fan of literacy and just writing, reading overall, there's something that I do have to bring up. AI. Wow. That's a heavy topic. First thing in the morning, 7:37. I hate AI with a deep and utter passion. Anything that I produce for Act Locally Waco and Act Locally Live will not have AI. I had to struggle to kind of push this idea through university because it became a efficiency thing. Like, how fast can I get my work done to be able to go have fun with my friends? And I never thought that that was helpful for anyone. I do think that AI can be useful in many ways, but I think that it's become far too detrimental to people's brains, to our own environment, etc., that I will not be using it to complete any work to give back to Waco. So, yeah. I'm here for you and for myself. Like I said, I just moved here. I don't have an established community per se, and I'm still trying to get my name out and about, meet friends. And I also know that it's easier said than done to go out and make a community, find a community. At Baylor, I had to work. I had to put myself out there, push myself past my comforts, and it was difficult. So it's easier said than done. But I am here to kind of make that process a little easier, hopefully, for you and for me, because I think that with a little help from our friends, it makes life easier. Hence why you should go find community. I think that whenever life gets hard, you need a shoulder to lean on. You need helping hands. You need particular bonds crafted in particular spaces to get through it. So while I'm crafting community in Waco, I want to bring you along, but I also want you to bring me along. Show me the steps. I will be back after a break from our sponsors.
Minutes.
Everyone is born with different gifts and skills. Everyone is unique and has something that only they can offer this world. And everyone has different needs that help them accomplish their day-to-day goals and challenges. But there's one thing that everyone needs, no matter who they are. Breathe cleaner. Puro Air.
Every dog deserves a second chance in a loving home. And you brew Grounds and Hounds, you're helping to fund that second chance for a rescue pup in need. Now brew a second cup, and let's change the world for every pup. One cup at a time. Visit us at groundsandhoundscoffee.com.
With over 50 years in the industry, Arriva Hospitality Group has been delighting guests with unforgettable experiences across Mexico. Our investors enjoy trust and impressive returns, while our guests, whether on vacation or business, keep coming back for more fun and memories. At Arriva Hospitality Group, we are looking for investors who share our dream of making people happy while our investments grow. Take a closer look at arrivahotels.mx.
I just got my Colgate Advanced LED Whitening Treatment in the mail, and I am very excited to have dramatically whiter teeth in just 10 days. My teeth are going to be 6 shades whiter. The treatment is enamel safe and hassle-free. It's even designed for my sensitive teeth. Let's open it up. Inside we have the blue light whitening device. It's a charger for after each treatment as well. There's a full 10-day supply, and it looks easy to apply. Order yours today at shop.colgate.com.
Welcome back. It's a good thing that I use Colgate, can't you tell? Yeah? Anywho, my name is Elizabeth Riley. I am here with Act Locally Live with Act Locally Waco. And you may be wondering, I've never heard of either of these things. What's got to give? I got you. Let me fill you in. So, Act Locally Waco was founded in 2011 by Ashley Bean Thornton. She is a native Wacoan who graduated from Baylor, left the area, and then came back with one mission in mind: get people involved. One day she sat down and she tried signing herself up for food stamps, EBT cards, etc. And she realized how difficult the process actually was, how little information people genuinely had, and it was a barrier to getting people the lives that they needed to actually live happy lives. So she founded Act Locally Waco to condense information into bite-sized pieces that would be digestible for people to turn around and then use in a helpful way. And that makes total sense. I mean, coming from a writing background, there's a ton of different genres of writing, and each of those has a certain vocabulary or vernacular that they will use. And so if you aren't familiar with the professional sphere, the genre used in it, you may not understand half the words that they're saying and what they're going on about. One example of that would be legal jargon. I couldn't tell you half the definitions of those words because I haven't studied law. Anywho, when you try to just sit down and dive into these things, it can be hard to understand. So Ashley wanted to read those for herself, type it back out, and then send that information back into the community, all without AI. I'm still trying to honor her legacy by doing the same. One of the things that we find is there isn't necessarily a whole community calendar of events. Everybody is just posting what's going on in their own little world here and there every once in a while. So Mrs. Thornton, she founded the community calendar, and it has the ability to both add events on her end, but also people from the community, you all, are able to go and add your own events to promote for free, totally and utterly free. You can put all of the information, a flyer, the date it starts, day it ends, if it's a recurring event, anything. However, if people don't know about this feature and Ashley Bean Thornton does not see this event happening, things slip through the cracks. And it's a shame because every part of the community should be represented. Everybody in the community should know what is going on in their area, what's happening around them. And we honestly want to prioritize that, but also in an affordable and efficient manner. So we're not just looking for things that singles in Waco can do, but whole families. What's for free? What is the most affordable option that you can have? Because we understand living is expensive. Existing is expensive. So to have fun, to relax, to engage in community, it shouldn't be taxing on you. And so that is our goal here. We are not trying to get you to spend big bucks to go and have fun, to find the people that you need to find. But anywho, Act Locally Waco has then turned into kind of a bigger thing. We now have a blog post and a newsletter. Our blog posts can range from any subject whatsoever. We've got a few writers on deck who are promoting all sorts of things. If you want to become a writer, if you want to get your leg in the writing sphere, hit us up. Our email is somewhere over here. You know, you'll find it. Or just go to our website, actlocallywaco.org. But we've got lots of writers who are just promoting anything that they want to. I like to use that space as like my little diary or journal entry of like, this has been on my mind recently. Let me go do a deep dive search of it and then turn around and give this information to all of these people because I think that it's something important. If you think that you have something important, please do the same. Writing about things are always important and your thoughts are not ever to be unheard. But our newsletter is what comes out every single Friday. You may know about it. It's called The Whole Enchilada, and it has every blog post that has come out, every event that could have been posted. It is seriously the best summary wrap-up for all things acting locally Waco. Point blank, period. I think that our newsletter has become a huge part of people's Friday mornings. You know, you open up your email immediately to see what can I do this weekend? What has happened this week? What are people going on about? So I think that if you are interested, you should go subscribe to our newsletter to see more about what stories are happening. You can hear more from me if you don't want to hear me talk. You can just read my writing. I don't blame you. I might be a little less annoying, a little bit more thought out. Sometimes my mouth doesn't work as fast as my brain, and my fingers can actually, keep pace. So anyways, every Monday will not be looking like this, just an introduction to me and to Act Locally Waco. We will have segmented schedules coming out. So every Monday will typically look like a mental health Monday, where I am going to tell you the ways to refresh your mind, get your body moving, just reinvigorate your soul. There are multiple different ways that mental health can be, attacked. Not attacked in a bad way, but they're improved. You can improve it on all fronts. There we go. So I'm going to just get you to excite, expose, and open the mind in multiple different ways. I want you to move your body or rest your body. Whatever makes you happy in that moment, just nourish it. But then also, I'm here to help you find your heart passion, make your way through community, and be of service to others with different creative outlets, communal outlets, etc. So I will tell you more about that coming back from this break.
Welcome, guys. You're at the 10th Mountain Whiskey and Spirit Company tasting room here. So we're located in basically central Colorado in the Rocky Mountains. Our two flagship whiskeys are our rye whiskey and our bourbon. Our rye whiskey is our most awarded spirit. Our bourbon's our best seller. We're very proud of it. We think you're going to love it too. If you don't like it, send it back to us. We'll drink it for you.
10th Mountain Whiskey and Spirit Company, Colorado.
The dress collar polo. The only polo with a spread collar. Gives you the look of a dress shirt, but with the comfort of a polo shirt. Lightweight and breathable. Perfect for the office. Bright with a suit. 4-way stretch comfort. Moisture wicking tech. Built-in collar stays. Short sleeve. Multiple collar options. Collars and Company.
What I love most about playing basketball is the competition. I really just like being shifted, mastering hesitation moves, changing direction, building chemistry with new teammates. If you're not having fun while you're playing, it's no point in playing the game. You know what to do. Escape Basic. Pair of Thieves quick dry underwear. It wicks away sweat and helps keep you dry. You looking forward to fishing season?
Let's unbox the all-new Walking Pad X21. It is the hottest thing on the fitness market right now. Whew. I like it. I like it a lot. Well done, Walking Pad. So after using the Walking Pad, I absolutely loved it. For the price, I adore it. I highly recommend it.
Hello and welcome back to Act Locally Live. I'm your host, Elizabeth Riley, and I mentioned before the break that this is Mental Health Monday, where we're going to share ways to get your mind, body, and soul reinvigorated for the week. So, if you don't know, Waco has tons of museums, plenty of places to stop in and learn about the history of what's happened here. The first one that I would like to recommend to you is the Waco Mammoth National Monument, which began with the discovery in 1978 and has since grown into exceptional experience. Mammoths, standing at 14 feet tall and weighing in at 20,000 pounds, there's literally quite nothing like that. And I think that mammoths are here to remind us quite how small we are. So, a trip to the monument will cost you, but it includes a 30 to 45-minute tour, access to the dig shelter, and hands-on education about everything in between. It's just an excellent space to go see just how old Waco is and how long life has been existing here. Also, there is an outdoor activity that I have to recommend to you. I'm from Tennessee. We've got tons of rivers. The most biodiverse river in North America is the Duck River that runs straight through there. Biodiverse because of mussels and clams, okay? Not because of the fish and whatnot, but still biodiverse, all right? We'll take the title. I must recommend to you Sunshine Paddle Adventures. It is a great way to get outside, move the body, and experience nature to its fullest. She has an amazing setup on the Brazos, and it has just been one of my personal favorite things to go do. And once you start getting familiar with the waterways in the area, you can find little hidden gems up in the creeks and crevices. Also, as the Brazos changes water levels, you can see different things. Go multiple times, please, because the more you go, the more you see. We also have some pretty fantastic park spaces, such as Brazos Park East, Cameron Park, and the Cameron Park Zoo. If you didn't know, there's a super cool event called Brew at the Zoo, in which all of Waco's local breweries show up, and then you get a little stamp card lanyard so you don't lose it after all of your taste tests, and you go around to every single brew stand and you can have a little drink of whatever you desire, and then you also get to go look at the animals, hang out with friends, get a little toasty, and they've got tons of lights up because it's going to be dark. It's amazing. I would highly recommend that. And it's actually happening the weekend of my birthday, October 17th and 18th. So check out Brew at the Zoo this year, please. Please. There's also some pretty great creative outlets here in Waco. One that I have to mention here is Painting with a Twist. You show up, they have all of the canvases, paints, paint brushes, any art supplies that you could possibly need. You don't need to cover the cost of. They also have the art piece designed. They have it sketched out. So all that you have to do is sit your butt in the chair, open up your drink, and start painting with your friends. Doesn't that sound fantastic? Sounds pretty great to me. Anywho, we also have some other things coming at you for the rest of the week. Tuesday, we've got Title Tuesday, where we're going to be talking to you about the newest titles dropping, book titles, album releases, movie premieres, anything coming out new, fresh to you. You'll hear about it. Wednesdays. Wednesdays are probably going to be one of my favorite days. It's going to be our nonprofit spotlight. We are going to be connecting with nonprofit organizations in the area, talking about how they came to be, how they help out now, and how people like you can get involved. Thursdays, we are going to be hosting a Throwback Thursday. We're going to be covering stories from Waco's eventful history and obviously rehashing the past. That's one of my favorite things to do. We're going to be talking about recognizable sites, honorable names, and the forgotten stories of who, what, where, when, and why Waco came to be. Finally, this Friday, I'm going to show you some fuzzy adoptable pets. Not necessarily fuzzy. They could be scaly, could be slimy. I'm going to give you the name of an adoptable pet, somebody that wants to come home, and this weekend's events that you could bring them to. So go pick up an animal from the shelter, take them out to all these functions, and you find your soulmate and community all in one. Sounds like a pretty good deal to me. That'll be coming to you throughout the week. But I will also be seeing you on the Zach Owen Show early in the morning for the Nashville Cat Junior segment, kind of what we've been calling it, and the other Act Locally Waco segments. So in the meantime, I guess I'll see you tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that, and the day after that, and the day after that. It's going to be a lot of fun. Stick around. I'll see you then. I'm Elizabeth Riley with Act Locally Live, and I'll see you tomorrow.